All right, we're back, and I took yet another break because I almost had a fit. I knew this was gonna happen, but I was just so I totally forgot about the whole trying to build Circus Maximus thing, and I already raised it, and I'm not taking it back because I'm not trying to play cheaply, you know. So yeah, we're just gonna make Japan have a bad time. Let's see, can I go? We have two movement. Yeah, these only have five movement overall, which is okay. It's it's okay. It's I guess that's what it is in Brave New World too. Now that I think about it. So now that we've let's see, we want to prioritize anyone who doesn't have indirect fire. Ceshik already fired. Here, wait, hold on. Ceshik already fired, but what did they fire on? This? They must have fired on. They must have fired on this tile. So Ceshik, I was trying to get a shot on Dezaifu, and let's see. So we're looking for anyone with less than 210. There's four Keshiks here, so there's pretty much only one with less than 210. I mean, two with yeah. So that's I don't really want to leave this tile occupied. I want to let's see. Merc gets us closer to a promotion. Not that they really need any more promotions. So take a peek here. We were using these guys as bait. Tokyo, is it Kyoto? Yeah, Tokyo. I don't think exists. I mean, Kyoto is the you know it is the capital, even in if you're playing as Japan. Period. So let's think a moment here. Is this is this? There's no such thing as safe until my boats until these ships are out in front. So this is what's really slow going about this. And yeah, the great general, the Kublai. Oh, Kublai's in the water. I thought it was Batu, but I guess this is Batu. So yeah, totally arbitrary. But I'm not going to put any Mongolian workers in the water. Only the ones that I stole. That's just a fun type of player. I don't know. Let's see, where was I? I think I was. If I can glance at some of the video, and I think I was preparing to do that, and I got interrupted by this barbarian. But yeah, we're nerfing the food in here, even though the food's already nerfed because we're unhappy. But when we do get happy, if we get happy, uh, let's see. This city's not even out of resistance yet. But that doesn't matter. Food, for whatever reason, even though all the other yields don't register when cities in resistance, food does. So it's not bad to get a head start on it. Two turns. So yeah, the next what's the next high food tile that we can actually that we can actually do something about? This one. So I think I'll just move there preemptively. Um, what do we do with this? Just scout just a little bit. We were looking for a camp, but there's not much we can do about said camp if it exists because, well, it's just a horseman. And if it's a pikeman or if it's a musketman, they're not going to be able to do it. We were lucky enough to encounter a warrior. Or was it an archer? It was one or the other. that just kind of wandered in. Oh, yeah, I guess my hunch was right. They've been harassing Lhasa. So, uh, what do I do? Do I make peace with Lhasa? That's the only city state. It's kind of funny. They're still allied with Civ that doesn't exist anymore. That's normal for this. I think that's probably normal for all vanilla Civ 5. So they're wiped out, but yet still allied. Um, do I make peace? Again, we're still too distracted with Japan to even contemplate sending anything this way. If I take that worker and I wasn't at war, I would get close back. I would get back out of like I don't know. I'm just gonna make peace. This is just like no point in being at war with them. There's no point because the game's afoot. Let's see. This is a level 3. This is a level 3 as well. Are they the Ceshik and Ceshik? Yeah. So when I took this city, I was already getting pearls from Haroon, but I'm going to raise this city with pearls. So it's not such a. The city's not great either, but none of them really are. But at least it has a coliseum. It does have an aqueduct, which I hate in puppets, but and it kept the lighthouse. But these are pearls, so they have less food than a fish tile. Granary, watermill, yeah, of course. But again, we're unhappy, so let's think about how we're going to get happy. Well, we've got some garrisons in pretty much every city in the east, except for Dazaifu, which is going away. Didn't rate. Did I? Thought I already did that. Maybe that was. I don't know. All right, so let's think. How are we gonna get? I mean, normally the normal like sort of through line, the normal like what do you call it? The normal process for conquering Japan is to go here. A lot of people recommend doing this early, but we have the firepower to do it now and to do it in force. So I guess the question now is, yeah, I don't think we're gonna get credit for this. It's interesting. Make a mental note. 274.8. I'm gonna try to come. It's 274.8. Come on. Did clean my mouse pad or something? 274.8. There was 3 production. Yep. Okay, so it inches us a little bit more close to that 400 production goal. 455. Oh, well. When Dazaifu goes away, it's not an ideal time to be trying to build this because we're going to be taking more cities. So it's kind of a futile effort, I suppose. I was just curious if I do get to resume building it, if it would keep this. I'll try to remember 277.8. I'll take a look at it next turn to see if, even though it won't be available, you could still probably hover over it in the queue as a great item and see what it says. So I think we'll put 1 Ceshik in the water for starters. This is a delicate process. You gotta be. There's really no ships that that could hit us here. I mean, if they could hit anything, they would hit this. Yeah, so spending my last cent on another frigate just because we're going like shock and awe on them. Trying to anyway. Where did I go here when I could have? Yeah, whatever. Which of these are pillaged? Which is the map line? Is the graphics line? I mean, yeah, that's not. I could have repaired that. I don't know why I crossed the river. I was just trying to get something more for these units that are hanging around here to pillage, but it's just something for them to do rather than just sit there. So Ceshik, you're at 208. Ceshik is at 190. Yep. There is a road on here, right? Not pillaged, does it? Okay. That's weird. Why did that... Lumber Mill Road. I don't know, maybe we were just doing some kind of stupid dance. And I didn't realize it. The question is, where do I send Ceshik? Or I might send Ceshik up this way to try to pick off anything over here. Just to get indirect fire. If we're lucky, but not holding out. I don't know. Let's see how many frigates we have. I think it's 8, maybe 7. Why am I counting here? I can just count an iron. 8 frigates. Normally I have like 4 frigates and 2 caravels or something like that. Or 6 frigates. This is way more than I've ever had. So I'm hoping that massively accelerates the time it takes. And normally I have less frigates because there's different priorities. The way that run particularly flows, it's just sort of led to this. And I never really thought about the whole buying triremes more cheaply thing before because of the upgrade discount. So at the end of the day, though, you still need money. Well, there's no getting around that. So should I move? Even though they only have 5 movement, I probably should. Best to not lag behind. Where are you going? No. Given that they didn't seem to have any boats to kill our workers, I'll put... I wouldn't be shocked if this guy got deep sixth, but we got more on the way. I think we have more than enough melee to take them on. So yeah, what is this? We're remembering 177, was it? 177.8. Okay. Lots of targets nearby encampment. That also happens to have one of the units in it. I know what their priorities are. They want their worker back. Wait. Yeah, so Circus Maximus, it does not tell me what the progress is. It tells me how many turns there are, but it doesn't tell me how many hammers there are. So that's okay. So again, we have 11 turns left. Yeah, you and me both, buddy. Actually, just be quiet. Okay, so is it time to go to war with Harun? It might be. well, I could micro and quibble over having a garrison up there. I kind of want to take a look at all this. I'll send the con down the normal way. If I send so yeah, we have a camp here and a camp here. Maybe I'll just build a Ceshik. We're at max production. We can knock one out in two. You know, probably that's the overflow, but I don't know. It'd be helpful to have an extra one. I mean, there's nothing really better to build out of here that I can think of. What do I build? Pikemen, longswordsmen. I'm spending all my money on frigates right now, so I don't really have money to upgrade anything. At least I'm not counting on that. I'm prioritizing frigate purchases as much as possible. Oh, market. Yeah, let's do that. And then maybe we'll do a Ceshik, because it's going to take 3 more turns at least. Yeah. To burn this piece of, piece of refuse. So what do we do? Let's maybe demonstrate. So this is, if you don't, for some reason you're playing this and you don't know this mechanic, this is the melee attack in and you notice that I can't shoot anymore because it just annihilated that melee unit in one go. So that's why these boats, these so-called boats, are risky. So I'm partially putting these workers in the water to act as bait and also for ships and for vision, just mapping things out. I don't know if the archers might target one of them. I don't know, but again, they'll take at least 2 hits to kill. They might kill this one. They might target the frigate. I don't know. Who knows what they'll do? I would argue taking out an embarked melee unit is far worth it. Is pretty worth it. Since this will heal in 1 turn, I think I don't know. Let's see. I guess whether I let that one heal depends on whether I can kill this or not. Because I don't think I can shoot anything from here this turn. Yeah, okay. I took land-based promotions on these because, as you can see, this tiny little island is just infested with units. So let's see. Got that's as far as they can go. Where's my other frigate? I think oh, that's fine. Oh, because I'm going through the city tile. Once the city raises, that won't be an option. But I probably won't be coming back that way anyway. So okay, we got the focus fired one of them down. That's good enough for me. Let's see, and also we're zone of controlling this pikeman, so they can only move this. If they wanted to move here, they couldn't because it's blocked. So we're trying to control their movement as much as possible, and also just annihilate them. This double promoted elephant might come in handy. I wish I had enough movement to get. Yeah, this is gonna be bait. So the idea is that they will target. We have disposable units. We're not in position yet to really do much. And if it comes down to it, if they don't kill it, I could embark it down here and maybe come along this side to kill more units. Should I keep this in the water or should I? I think I'll keep it in the water as bait. So we're gonna. It was kind of a dumb move. I embarked them on. Well, no, it wasn't a dumb move because my ships weren't out in front. So I'm kind of coming around the side, more or less. So this longsword. Did they make landfall? Yeah, for now, it's fine. Bring them along. Yeah, great generals, they can't overlap with ships. At least they're all able to move free. It can get quite crowded with all these unit types that can't overlap in the water at times. And there's only so much you can do about it. There's just only so much you can plan for it. Because just a natural bottleneck having 3 movement and you know. All right, let's see. Frigate. I can't buy another frigate, so yeah. Ceshik. Ceshik. So like this tile is a forested hill. So if I have a unit here that does not have indirect fire, it will have to move here, or it won't be able to fire over this hill. It could fire on something here, but that's what makes this terrain very difficult. Maybe we'll use one of the great generals for the Keshiks and one of them for the ships. Maybe again, it's tricky maneuvering the ships along with the great general because they have differences in movement speed, and also they can't overlap. So I'm gonna wait on putting them in the water, the con in the water, because there's just no way to get them here. I would put them here if I could, but I can't. But I'll put markets in the water. So what? Do we yeah, let's take a look over here. Maybe we'll get lucky and find a target. No. Push comes to shove, we can send a couple ships up this way, a couple of our ships up this way to escort them and try to make use of them. But it's, as you can see, it's rather crowded here. Normally, I do have like 4 Keshik, even 5 Keshik sometimes on here in a desperate attempt to take this island over. But it's hard to say what will be necessary. Experience tells me that if you come at them, if you throw everything you have at them, you tend to have better luck. But you can't do it stupidly. Like you can't just, especially if they have ships. Like you can't just throw Keshiks in the water. They will get murdered. Um, mm, Georgia, didn't they? Oh, they were under attack or something. I mean, I don't really care if they kill that horse. Be slightly sad. I'm not going to try to kill that camp with it. I just wanted to knock out that. But that must be the camp that sent up that archer or warrior. I think. But there's more water here. I kind of doubt that they would have gone all the way around, but I suppose anything's possible. Excuse me. So yeah, we were gonna. What do you want? I want your money. Yeah, all 3,000 of it. What's wrong with my keyboard? Uh, I can't tell if that's me glitching out or what. But, oh, you know what happens? It inputs 30. What is that? Maybe my keyboard layout is messing with this. So 185 for some fur. Not good enough. Did not sound friendly.
حسنا جدا.
Yeah. Whatever that was. Okay. So yeah, we basically we took all their money. I mean, I'd be mad if I was them too, I suppose. I took all their money, took all their city states, took half their empire. Yeah, not something I'd want. Let's see, so this is a neutral road, but that also makes it sort of a dangerous road. So let's be careful. Uh, so yeah, 11 turns to go. I don't even have any of these left. Well, I guess I didn't really go whole hog on them, but I'm just taking that for vision. I mean, I'm assuming they'll try to take it back. Uh, Although, if I can knock that guy out. Tatars, you got. Tatars might be the best guy we got. I send anybody else down here to. No? What about. Do I be cheeky and try to. Last hit that guy? I think I. It's the end of the game. Even if I lost one of these guys, it's game over for them. They don't have any iron. I mean, they might maybe if they sent a musketmen, but it's over a river. We'll see. And R.I.P. Beshik, you were the Beshik, that's for sure. Yeah, this is this is out of resistance. I think. Yep. Because it's building something. Uh, did our happiness decrease? Oh, our happiness decreased because we lost marble from that guy. Ceshik. Oh, yeah, you got to level 9, I think. Yeah. Yeah, Tatars is the all-star. Tatars. The like Civ 5 narrator says the names of all those tribes at the intro to this scenario, but I haven't listened to it in a while, in a few days, so I just don't recall how he pronounced it, and I don't even know if those are the proper pronunciations. So, no. Yeah, so we're at -7. Soon to be like -1. I'm hoping taking the Forbidden Palace will really take the edge off all of this. I think we're gonna head on down to. Usually, the way this goes is we just take the existing worked tiles in Kiev, and are there any other high food tiles to get rid of? Yeah, we just sort of like swarm each city one by one and just put gold everywhere that high food exists. Because even if I annex these, like I don't need the high food. I don't want the high food. Having played these, further into the future, like pretty happiness constrained, even if you're not having to go take on the world. What do we want to do here? Do we want to? Crying out loud! I thought the city was raising. So yeah, I could have sworn I took care of that. So yeah, our cultural costs went up. Oh well, it's a goof. I don't want this city. What do we do here? This is a Japanese worker, so where can you get in the water? You're gonna be another decoy if we need one. If they have any caravels, or try. I mean, I haven't seen any caravels yet. But how's our tech count? We're 33 tech. We're at 33 techs. I don't know. I would have expected them to have astronomy by now. They usually beat me to it, in fact. Well, I mean, most of them, they start out ahead because they're deity. Anyway, or I think just the scenario design puts them ahead in terms of tech, and we're playing catch up by conquering civs, getting those free techs. Because like I think China had like 34 when they left us. But we're on par. We're on par with Arabia, so Japan's lag behind. But yeah, I was gonna leave them there. Do I stay here or do I move? If I stay here, I get city bombardment and it's a hill. City bombardment and archer. I think I can. I think I mean, if these die, they die. Like I'm not. I'll go heal them if they get seriously damaged, but it's like just had to be a cannon, huh? Yeah. Open terrain experts. It's not. Just for the flex. So, yeah, I'm not touching that. It's too high combat strength. That was Georgia's work. If I had Keshiks up here, I could deal with them maybe. But so how do I get down here? Because I might need to do like a simultaneous capture. You're at 2. You're 8. You're missing 2. So if I go here and I rest a turn, I don't really think I'll need both horsemen down here, but you just never know. So let's get eyes on this and see what we can. This is a good tile for attacking units. The risk is that because it's neutral territory right now, they could send something up here to attack us, and yeah, we don't want that. And we definitely don't want this Gyuk. Sorry, Gyuk. But you're helping our golden age. Let's see. So yes, to carry you. Are we already out of So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a slight risk. We're gonna come through here. Try to knock on that guy. Uh, I was hoping to get a shot off on back. Is there any point to really even hitting this city this turn? Maybe not. Anyway, let's get out of range. Maybe we'll take Mecha first. It depends. This city's raising in 4 turns, but for 3 turns. Near great general. They have a great general? Okay. They didn't touch these things at all. They must be programmed to only did I? Okay, I don't know. Oh, they get zone. That's weird. They get. Oh, they get. I guess that's normal. They get zone controlled by units on land. Because we're both land units. So I had to go here and here. So I'm trying to think, is it safe to cross here? Let's usually use one of these as a spotter to look for any ships down the way. I'm not seeing any, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. So let's It's just hope and pray, I guess. Actually, I'm kind of in pretty deep. May as well, because it would take another turn or two to get back here. So I may as well try it. I don't really think we're gonna need 4 Keshiks, given the other firepower we have. But yeah, that was a yeah. We didn't lose any military units. We didn't. Japan didn't really do anything. They made sort of a silly choice, and I was saying, their zone of control. I don't know why they opted to do that, but that's what they did. They should have just sat and ate their food or whatever they say. But of course, we need to keep an eye on the turn counter. 10 turns left, and what's the name of the other city that they have? That's bugging me, so I want to look at it. Cities, Kamakura, yeah. Well, huh? I guess that's not too far off from the actual prediction. That's fine. So yeah, we're focusing on focusing fire. Okay, that's the natural wonder. 0 wonders left to find. And maybe Western Shah will appreciate that. With 1 turn remaining, I mean, we could have gone another turn. Technically. I mean, 18 turns of Golden Age. That's nice. So what were we doing? This is sort of the inverse situation where, well, I guess it's not really. We need to protect the melee unit. The other one's pretty far away right now. Just huddle for safety. They may try to hit us with this. Hopefully we don't regret that, but again, I think we can absorb the loss of 1. We'll make them regret it, that's for sure. Can't do Circus Maximus. Mint. I don't know. I like money. So yeah, we were headed down this way to Constantinople. Let's see. How's it's working? This. Okay. Well, we're on this side of the river, we may as well. So, I don't really think we're gonna have enough time to really get much mileage out of any of that. But you see what I did for you, Lhasa? China could never do that for you, and you're still not my ally. But I don't even want you anymore. You're dead to me. This one's not pillaged. Okay. Kind of leaving the spices out in the open doing that. But... So the question is, can this reach here? If that is the case, I'll just delay this. I'll just go that way. So question time. This formation like that makes the most sense if any melee unit comes barreling through, because they would be flanked on all sides here. Everyone has an adjacency bonus. No one's sticking out like a sore thumb, or sticking out in period. Yeah, hopefully we don't lose anybody. I know I said I was trying to protect this guy, but I think it's fine. If something does happen to that horseman, it will take Returns to get back. Returns to get back down here. Yeah, I think we're probably fine. Probably fine. So what we're we doing here? Swordsman, but without. What? I'm so confused. How do they not have? They must have a surplus of iron. Or they must have been getting a surplus of iron from somebody. So I don't see any samurai. I don't think I've seen a single samurai the whole game. Like, not that I've been near their territory, but it is kind of. Let's take a closer look around. Okay. Don't want to be too self-indulgent, but it's not a bad idea to try to knock out this great general. I don't know if they'll protect it next turn. With any luck, we might be able to just knock it out with going from the sea, like just land on top of it next turn. I don't know. We might not get that lucky though. Let's see, are there any boats out here? Just fortify. Just fortify. We are trying to move our Keshiks over this way too. It's like landing with what are we using Kublai for? Yeah, I mean the cons aren't really making much of a difference for these ships yet anyway. So the general idea is to at least get our Keshiks down here for starters, and then we can kind of work our way over. So yeah, I was shooting for 10 turns left, but we're not going to get that clearly. Maybe 6. I don't want to target. I hit this. No. Thinking of what to target. In an ideal world, I loop back around here and target this great general, but well, okay, maybe we'll hit the city. It's not a lot of damage. It might. Let's see. That's missing 4 HP. It might heal from that. I don't know. We'll find out if we actually take the time to check next turn. Sometimes I've been lax on that. Another guy in the water. What? Yeah, see, now that you're 8 pop and you've run out of crappy tiles to work, you're suddenly willing to work these tiles. Okay. I guess I'll put a trading post up here. It might be a futile effort trying to build that Circus Maximus. And again, we have I guess I got distracted. I was talking about building a Keshik to take care of some of these camps, but again, there's only 10 turns left. They probably don't even have enough time to screw it, whatever. I don't really have time to wait around for that. Let's see, yeah, okay. So let's evaluate how we're doing. I'm kind of risking it a bit by having all these ships over here. I really need to bring them back. I need like 4 ships. Well, I need like 4 ships on this side and 4 ships on this side because there's Kamakura over there. It takes time to maneuver around the island. What were you? Why are you here? I don't remember. Never really assigned tiles in here, I suppose. Just do that. I set it to production focus. somewhat absentmindedly, but I never. Whatever. Little farm up here. It's not like it's gonna matter. Frigate was bombarded by the city of Kyoto. What do they do? Instant heal? Or do they just have too many of these? Yeah, I was curious. Is this a marsh tile? Probably easy to check with strategic. Yeah. Sometimes, I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this is a good tile to bombard the city from when you actually have revealed the city. Doing pretty good damage in spite of its city, in spite of it being like 33 city combat strength. It's pretty interesting. Doing the kind of damage I would expect if it was like a 25 combat strength. So before we fire that final shot, let's make sure we're not boxed in. Not boxing this guy in. I'm gonna put this here so we have vision. Yeah, that wasn't there last turn. These EDAIs are just there's just too much with how many pikemen that will just spin up out of nowhere. Well, I suppose they could have purchased it with gold, but I didn't think they were very good at doing that. In the earlier versions of the game. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we're still in a sort of a precarious position here, but do I heal you? Just head on. Is this really the best? This looks like I'd have to cross a river. It's oh, I never really roaded Georgia out. So this will get us on the road network. That's good. He probably are headed towards Constantinople. What are they working again? And of course, what these work can vary from turn to turn. So, but just looking at it, it usually gives you a good idea of like what they're likely to work. So, what do we do with you? Don't know. Natural wonder. Yeah, we knew that. Yeah, yeah. They didn't. They basically did squat to protect their great general. So now what? Yeah, they recovered that damage. So we need to get. What did they shoot at? Frigate was damaged by the enemy city of Kyoto. Really light turn on enemy damage. Like they didn't do anything. I'm a bit confused. What did I use this guy for? Why do they suddenly have a promotion? Siege. Well, okay, that's not as good as Brave New World Siege, but mm, oh yeah, there was a unit here that I didn't one shot, but I got down to two, and then I finished off with something else. So that's worthless. This might technically be useful. Might. Uh, yeah, I think this is the most useful. And can we get Ceshik's in position safely? But market's here, right? We put them here. Okay. Market's here. Try to get rid of I said I wasn't gonna target the swordsman, but bad. Sneaky. That's why I said they love doing that crap because they love oh no. This is annoying. What do I do? I'm liable to get it's too dangerous. Maybe I can hit them next turn. That's why I was saying it'd be nice to we kind of need some naval escorts up there. But we're a little preoccupied. It's not it's a risk when you're doing this to try to do everything all at once. And then ending up accomplishing nothing. So what are our actual priorities? Like I said, we need like roughly 4 ships over here. So let's move. Get some in position over here. Let's take out the Great General. That's sort of a priority target. Let's focus fire this. Maybe I can focus fire it here too. Yeah. I'm just trying to chip away at their units. I guess I don't really have an option. I really have to like try to knock their guys out. Even if I lose some of these guys is like retribution. Let's get gotta get some Keshiks on land. Because they do a lot of damage and they have logistics to cities. Yeah, we might be looking at 5 turns. It depends on how fast we can get. I don't know. It depends. It just depends. What do we got here? Still not out of resistance. Am I really building this fort? You don't need to finish the fort. The fort doesn't have any yields. That's the whole point of it. So we can just move. I probably could just. I mean, I was kind of playing like this is going to go on forever, but it's like I could just probably delete most of these workers and get a bit of gold back. Yeah. Just yeah. I think I'm gonna do just that. We don't need all these workers. We got 9 turns left. What's the still have a shot? Oh. Okay. We don't have enough movement to get in place for a shot. Okay. Let's see. So I was going to use this guy for the ships. Where can I put them? Oh, there's a ship hiding there. Okay. Yeah, they don't. I mean, yeah, they had some triremes up here, but they don't appear to have a lot of ships. You get up there to help them heal. They're at 7. So. Well, yeah. They'll get them done in 1 turn. Over this way. Yeah. So we're basically plugging all the tiles where they could put units on. Their units definitely are tough. Tough customers. Yeah. But we're just kind of trying to blitz them. They're definitely a challenging opponent if you don't come prepared. Yeah. Sayonara, my Gene, or was it Persian worker? So yeah, this trireme's gonna kill that, and maybe more. I mean, I'm pretty sure they target ships, or I'm pretty sure they target workers. I don't think they discriminate against workers by like unit type or embarked units by unit type. Harun al-Rashid has completed Kremlin, but I mean I know I've seen that before, but I always forget what that does. You finally got the wheat. Good job. Do we use the unit completely? Yeah, it's different from Brave New World. It's only 50 in there. Yeah, so we lost a worker here, and they stole a worker. They stole it. They took their worker back. So yeah, who's the highest rated here? Tatters. Yeah, take care of the caravel. It's if oh jeez. Yeah, that's what the Kremlin is like the Red Fort in this. You can see how little damage I'm doing now. I call cheating hacks on that. Like right when I'm ready to attack. Like, come on. You had all the time in the world to build that before. Right when I'm at your doorstep, you build that. Like, come on. So all the same, it'll go down next turn. I don't think they can withstand 10 Keshik shots. 10 Keshik shots a turn. All right, so what were we doing here? Prioritizing the city. Do we prioritize getting this melee unit? I think we do, but we'll use the injured one. Just be cut. I'm really tempted to go hit that. There's a samurai. Did they make that just because I don't know. Like, yeah, they make a lot of units, but there's a limit to what they can produce. There's Kamakuro. Thinking here. If we take two of these shots, yeah, I think I'll hit that. Look at how many units they have. They're just totally saturated. If we can eliminate more units of theirs, it's a win in my mind. Yeah, we're running out of time, but seal off all the exits with boats. Let's see. We'll even put a great general out. See what they do. If they kill this and then they bring out a ship, they'll be zona controlled by this ship. So they won't be able to hit this great general. Let's see. We kill their boats. I think so. They're a scourge. So can we get vision out of reach? But if they capture that, though, I don't know. I feel like we're just kind of wasting time playing games up here. But it's yeah. At least it gives us vision for a moment here. It's this guy. What were we doing with him again? I think we'll just insta heal. I don't normally insta heal. It's usually against my religion, right? You know, that sort of thing. But not literally. But it's I don't like it. It's very antithetical to the way I like to play. But if it gets Kyoto down to, oh, we are so close, down to one HP. Yeah, so we'll have that next turn. We'll have it with 7 turns remaining. Jeff Cairo with 7 turns remaining, so that will only leave 2 cities to take overall next turn. At the end of next turn. I should, unless something really unforeseen happens that I can't envision. Yeah. I guess I never did go investigate the source of the musketmen. They're probably down here. So they like to make camps down this, like, forget if it's jungle or forested hills. It's just really nasty. I mean, that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's just all nasty. Uh, I can't pillage that because that's the road I'd be pillaging. Trade you. Okay. So where do we go with this guy? Well, we use this guy for the camp. Let's send him. Can they even get to Constantinople by the end of the scenario? Yeah. Yeah, they can. Let's go that way. Maybe we'll it's kind of a common happenstance to just run into random barbarians on these roads. So given that everything is just all hollowed out, um, go spy on that bar camp, see what's in it. We'll approach from not this hill, but this hill. We'll go here next. Scenario's almost over. Just looking. It's kind of just for fun, extra innings or whatever. You're stuck unless, yeah, like these tiles. This tile, forest grassland hill. This is an iron mine that has forest on it. This is like a we might call a hand painted game map. Like it's clearly that many of these tiles were placed manually to some degree because this is well, I don't think this one is odd, but this one is a you've seen you can see this in other scenarios, including like Fallen Home. You'll see a mine that still has a forest on it. So you need 3 movement to get through this tile, which we don't have. So let's see. What are we doing? These 2 guys. Guess we focus that because that's the closest thing to us. Now they do have that. Their special ability is like units that they do full damage no matter what, which is frankly pretty annoying to go up against. But oh well. The only problem is if they take both of these workers, I will not have any vision. If they take this one, I'll have vision, but not the ability to shoot. If they take this one, I'll have vision and be able to shoot. So, but yeah, Kremlin. Is that even in the tech tree on here? Because for in Brave New World, it's like provides bonus to armor units. Kremlin is acoustics apparently. Defensive buildings in all cities are 25% more effective. Well, I guess I did kind of jinx it by saying that the city was too easy to take. So, yeah, whatever. Is this in motion? Yeah, okay. Let's move the con over just so we get coverage of this guy. Yeah. Yeah, trading posts. Even though I'll only have a few turns to enjoy it when it's done. But my God, that's ridiculous. Look at this cheating crap. Where did he do that? Maybe let me think a second. Did he do both Kremlin and Cairo? He did Kremlin in Cairo. And what else? Sistine Chapel in Cairo. 500 production one turn. 500 production the next turn. Like, I suppose he could have queued them up, but like, come on. Like, it's just utterly absurd. Got some military now. Making me work for it, huh? All right. Let's see. What do we prioritize? I'm gonna get well. The melee units are the more dangerous ones in general. Um, mm, 1 damage. Yeah, I'm zone. No, I'm not zone controlled, but it's just what the heck. What's their strength? Oh, great general. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay. Is this anyone's territory right here? I don't think it is. Nope. So we'll let them heal here. Yeah, okay. Absurd. Totally absurd. Tempted to go smash that. Then we won't have a backup. So. Make sure I'm not goofing. It's fine. The thing with them is that I think there was a. They're kind of. They're usually pretty stupid. I think they're always stupid because we have this musketmen here across the river. They never build. They never, ever, ever that I've seen that I can recall build a road across this river. So they'll have units, a unit like this that could defend. I mean, all it would do is slow me down, of course, but the fact that they always seem to have a unit like that just out of reach is just funny to me. All right, so a lot of funny business going on with Haroon and company. Does that get it down? Yeah, let's use the he's the most injured guy, I suppose. Great a puppet. We're a little bit unhappy, but that's fine. Knock these guys out and start marching on. Can we get rid of any? Can we get rid of this? We need to occupy more territory, basically. That says it's a kill. Okay, that's good. Means I don't have to waste. Means I don't have to waste Ceshik shots on that. Push this forward. Speaking of Ceshik shots, I don't really know if I can get any more Ceshik shots off. Oh, maybe one. Okay. What are we targeting? Probably the samurai. Let's see. Can we hit them with? Can we hit it with all three of these ships? If so, I might do that. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's for starters. Let's hit it with that. For seconds, let's hit that. Samurai down. Yeah. The world is square, right? Interesting. Or rectangular, I should say. Yeah, manually guided. Manually guiding these through these sort of like uncharted or not uncharted, but these sort of unsettled areas is kind of preferable because again, you might run into barbarians and you might get zone of controlled or end up because the auto pathing might like take you off the road to avoid a barbarian and yeah, they're not. I think Vox Populi is smarter about that, but not so much here. Let's see, do we prioritize the ranged guy or do we prioritize the melee? Can I even take out the melee guy? Maybe. Kind of tempted to hit the melee guy just because they're so much stronger. And plus, this also gives us a. They're gonna have to fill these up again next turn, and this is rough terrain. Not to mention Great Wall, but I mean, yeah, but not, it's not like they have any fast units anyway. But it's all rough terrain. Dorcas Maximus in 4 turns. So let's see. Are we going to be raising any more cities? Not in the next 1 turn. Probably. Did they annihilated that? What did they do? That was a Persian worker, I thought. Oh, that was the one that got hit by yeah, okay. Well, playing cat and mouse. Go up here, and we'll definitely see you next turn. Because you get extra vision across an expanse of water. Like 1 extra tile, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Let's do that. Yeah, these ships are basically squeezing them in either direction. You're somehow can't move. 3 movement. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Move the con forward at least. What do I want to do? Maybe I want to 1, 2, 3, 4. I could maneuver them to this tile next turn, maybe. So, I don't know. It's just kind of a. I didn't really think this was going to matter much up here, but only. Well, Deshik got indirect fire, so if we get desperate, I might try to get them across with. But we'll need to send because there's a ship here. We'll have to get rid of that, and yeah. So these guys are basically on standby. It's just absurd how many units they have. Let's see, anything that will help with happiness. Oh, this There's nothing that will help with any of that. Just build a library. I don't care. I haven't really been... Oh. I goofed. I clicked on this and I didn't mean to. It doesn't really matter. I didn't mean to get gunpowder. I wanted to get economics. But I'll get that from finishing off one of them, which has been proving to take longer than I thought it would. Oh, oh my god. Yeah. Okay, you can die. Still don't have enough for that. Okay. You need to die. Look at this crap. Die. 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 It's getting to the point where I want to look at yeah, this was like here last turn. So yeah, they could get across the river, they just couldn't use a road. That's what I meant. To do so. Cycle through and get that and put a shot in the city. And maybe, just maybe, they have two more. Utterly absurd. I might even need this Ceshik. I was gonna retire this Ceshik down to Constantinople, but I might actually end up needing them for this nonsense. But wonders, building world wonders back to back. Just give me a break. In one city. I got a little flustered there. Hopefully I didn't insta heal, whatever. If you're gonna your units basically do that crap, I might as well do it too. Let's see. Let's see. Is that? What's the damage on that? Huh. Must have. It had to have been damaged, right? A musket man being one shot like that. I don't know. Yeah, and so they don't have any iron right now. Oh yeah, I was gonna. What was I gonna do? I was thinking of trying to bring these Keshiks over to try to push. I don't know if it's worth the effort. It's the thing is once these Keshiks get into place and hammer this, it's pretty much game over for them. Let's see. Da, da, da. I'm gonna yeah, it's maybe not the smartest thing, but I just wanna gotta get some of these units out in front. That's sort of like pawns. Yeah. I don't like to think of my units as disposable, but this is the final push. This is the final push to knock them out. Because if I don't do this, they're just gonna keep pushing units towards me, and I need space for these Keshiks to work in. Where do I put you? I'm not that cruel. I'm not gonna put a unit that is hanging on for dear life into the fray, but I don't think I did that. Let's see. Okay. Put the what? I thought I had enough movement to do that. What? I thought I counted that out. I must not be. I must be bad at counting. Well, yeah, okay. Next turn, maybe. So yeah, I mean, we've got. I mean, it's just totally like extra credit trying to knock any of this stuff out. Like, by the time we get in the water, de-embark, and even begin to think about touching any of these units, we're going to have this city next turn most likely. My predictions were off for this city, but I think they were just hiding their army and realizing that they could lose their city. Make sure to, yeah. How much movement do you have? So yeah, they're going to be our flanker over here for this turn, for the end of this turn, I should say. Yeah. Maybe you're going to Constantinople. You mind? I was busy. Hmm. Oh yeah, and I didn't even let's take a look at just like spying on the barbarians at this point. Where'd you come from? You came from here because you took Zaifu. Okay. Okay. So this is coming down to the wire for all reasons that I did not expect. Which is that this, I mean, I know that Harun is, I've seen him build that wonder before. So it's not like a total shock or anything. But just the way it is unfolded is just, don't have words to describe how absurd it is. What are we doing? I think I built a citadel occasionally. Maybe I've seen other people do that. I don't remember. It's not really that important. So let's just defend the coast. See if there's any other triremes. No, looks clean. I don't know. I don't know. I get bored towards the end of this and I start trying to fill out the map. This is all done. I suppose I could put a trading post there. Done. So, Harun, will you die this turn or not? Proper timber. Oh, this is rough. Ceshik might actually be useful. Let's see. They're not particularly strong on. Tartarus is level 10. They're our all-star, but they're not as good as somebody that's lives and breathes rough terrain. So I let them get one hit on them, but yeah, Naaman's is in the same class now. I was spieling on about. Wait, Mongols is level 10 now too. This is what I meant by like them being anti-personnel and anti-cities. So you mix the shots of on units with shots on cities to try to even level your whole army. Let's see. You did not get range, so where do I put you? How short of you? How short are you on range? So what do we got? He's the only one with shots remaining. So I think what we do is we did rope that, right? Yeah. Let's pull Mongols back. Let's pull Ceshik back. Let's pull then there. Ceshik, we got up there. Let's see if we can get here. How much movement that takes. How much movement do you have left? You have plenty of movement, so let's scope that out. Try to get a shot off. Okay, let's just make sure we have room for everybody. Because these cannons hit hard, and a size, a 48 strength city hits hard too. So managed to survive yet another turn. I'm starting to wonder if I'm gonna have time to finish this. With enough turns left to finish him off, but I certainly hope so. I seem to recall this city has some kind of quirk to it that you can't, even with that trick, it seems like you can't really, like it never asks me to whether I want to puppet it. I guess we'll find out. Just for extra gold, because it's down to 1 HP. Can we destroy anything else? Yep. Just extending, we're just giving some extra suspense here. And I don't know. I have a lot of annoyance with Japan in previous games, so I'm kind of taking some of the frustration out on them. Where did that pikeman go? By samurai. Seriously, where'd that pikeman go? They were like here. They were here. If they're not here, then they have to be here. But how did they get here in one turn? I don't know. Did they embark? I don't know. Interesting. So yeah, do we let the elephant do it? Let's quick save. Turn off quick movement. Although, again, I don't know if it makes any difference for aquatic assault. One would almost think you were Japanese. Well, it's a very Japanese thing of you to say. So I'm gonna puppet that just because. Yeah, so it is possible to get archaeology. We want economics for the money. Look how much money per turn we have now. Money per turn, gold per turn we have now. Same thing, I guess. But... Okay. Here's the thing. Did it properly puppet? It appears to. I've seen some weirdness with acquiring this city before, and I can't remember the exactness, exactly the way in which it was presented, but I think it was basically just that I couldn't puppet it. Like it forced annexed, but it didn't. I don't know. I don't want to talk out of my whatever, but it's happened at least 3 times where I had something hard to explain happen with it. So yeah, now we can mostly relax over here. Send Crate back to the capital or something. They seem like the kind of people that like hunting barbarians. Send Kublai with them. But everyone else, I think, will just put these on alert. Yeah, I don't know. Well, there is some camp up here we can get. Let's see. Yeah, pretty pointless road in the end, but no regrets. Now I have a whole like 8 or 9 frigates that I have no use for, but yeah. Batu. This was the guy that I think took Dazai food. I'm just gonna let him just live. He can just live there forever. That's fine. Yeah. Come on, dude. Yeah, I don't have enough vision. I'm just gonna go around them. So I'm like stunting on these barbarians because they like pillaging tiles, but I'm just I'm like doing their job way better than they could ever do. Yeah. If only you could just give me 2 of your cities, that would just be lovely. That would seal the deal for me. So let's get shots on city as priority. Make sure we got cons in range. Let's make sure we do a mixture of these so that I swear to if he's the reason I don't win this, I'm just gonna throw something. Yeah. So what do we do? I'm tempted to just put a unit out in front of here so he can't block anything. I'm also tempted to just annihilate that. I don't know. Just don't know. I don't know. I'm not that desperate yet. Still 4 turns left. Sure is making it annoying. Oh, you know what? We have another unit. Put shots on the city with. Let's make sure we can get everyone back though. It's getting so we'll put Mongols into position to hit the city. Ceshik, where can Ceshik get back to? Others can move back here. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah. And we're just killing time now. It's just delete. This is just a distraction. Really just a distraction. Die. Yeah. Yeah, shit. Go out and beat these guys up. Every time I try to get these great generals and cons, they can't move through city state units. So if you try to go back through here, you just oftentimes will just get totally gummed up. So that, having this road up here actually gives you sort of a much more unimpeded. I stole this guy for money. Get money from selling workers. Or like archaeologists, or I don't think you get anything for selling great generals. I doubt it. No. You're gonna alert. Oh, another one to sell. Oh, sleep. What? Oh, garrison. Okay. Alert, 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 alert. I could sell these because I mean I don't know. It doesn't matter. We don't need to buy anything. We're just really just chilling now over here. Like there's no real need to do anything. The barbarian camps aren't spewing units fast enough for us to care in 4 turns. They sure are multiplying though. We got whales. I mean, one of our just endless, just endless. I swear to God, Arun, I'm gonna wring your neck. Like, where did this crap come from? This wasn't here a minute ago. This is kind of what I meant by deity. Seems to materialize units out of thin air. So I think we're just gonna do the bare minimum to try to. Well, this was here. There was a crossbowman down here that was embarked a moment ago. That's true. But still, give me a break. See, we got how many shots? Ceshik does not have does not have range yet. Maybe we will forget about that for the moment and just have them focus on taking out this. Because really, the impediment to us taking the city is mainly this musketman. And we'll get the Great General as a bonus. Should I use? No, I'm not going to use the horseman for that. Not for the because I need him for the city capture. Let's see, so yeah, they're out of movement. Ceshik, you did the job. Good job. And I think he'll get range next turn. Yep. Goodbye. Oh no, that was a almost goof. Let's see. Just double checking. This is at 1 HP. Do a quick save. Or luck, I guess. Screw it. I'm reloading. That's nonsense. Good thing I quick. That's why I quick save because yeah, I could edit this out, but I'm ranting because I quick save because if it's a city I want to puppet, I want to be able to choose whether to puppet it or not. If it's a city I'm raising, it's a little different. But again, the glitch persists until you reload. Yeah, I don't. Someday somebody will understand why that happens. Mm, we have any other Keshiks that can fire? Not that I need. I don't know. It's not. Somehow I took the city with the Kremlin, and this was at like 28 a moment ago, and now it's at 31. It's a little sus too. A little sus. And seriously, how are you building wonders in a city like this with where's your production? Like if this was a chemistry mine, it would be, for production. You got a workshop. I guess he has a lot of hills. That's right. I guess I'm thinking of like how I usually try to get this city running as a puppet. Should I? Nah, I don't want to do that. Even if I do kill it, I might expose it to this, and well, it's just not worth it. I mean, I have a unit that um, is in position, could be in position to take the city next turn. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, but I mean, the important part is they don't have any melee unit. They don't have any melee unit in range, and that's. I think there was only one edge case the whole run where they had even a glimmer of a chance of taking the city back, and that was I think India, and they had a catapult with the swordsman maybe right next to it. Maybe the longsword. I don't know, but it was enough to make me want to have. I took care of it, but it was the only time I was ever like sort of worried. They figured out how to swim. I guess I saw a barbarian trireme earlier. Uh, yeah, they're trying to get in on my territory. Maybe it's not a very safe place to be. But yeah, we're just fooling around at this point because I think it's in the bag. Did you actually do the Circus Maximus? Is it is it in the room with us? Wonders. Yep. Okay. So we're not gonna finish Machu Picchu, but we're just gonna pretend like we finished it. They finished the library that I didn't really need to build. Again, I'm pretending like we're playing past the end. What would I choose? Um, City has no. I didn't need to buy all of them. I just wanted some production tiles. Again, it doesn't really matter. 10% bonus on building. Yeah, build a windmill. No, build a university. No, build a university. Come on. I like mess with my mouse's calibration or something. It's very finicky lately. Yeah. So come up here, Ceshik. Gonna have a turf war. I feel like the cons should get extra embarked movement, but they just it's too like hard to figure out how to program maybe. So should we move? We shift over this way maybe. I just don't want anything. I don't want anything hitting the units I'm going to try to use to take Mecca. If I can help it. They're not like barbarian units. I think they can move and shoot, but just minimize the risk of that happening. And yeah, there was a pikeman I think that took the worker that we posted up over here. So there's at least another annoying unit to deal with. Hungary. Yeah, like as the scenario drags on, you'll because we raised all these cities over here, you start seeing a lot of barbarian caravels. So it's a feature. Certainly is a thing. Let's see. It'd be great if we could get health from those. We'd never need to heal. Just a few workers. Never need to like go into a territory to heal. Let's see. Actually got to 100. Bojack Borsman. Um, I mean, like you're retired now, basically. So I feel like they like prefer. I think they prefer shock in general. It's, it's never ends. Something in the way. All right. Let's see. What are we doing? We optimally do this. We really are cutting it close. I don't know if I'd call it a mistake to not take Cairo because I really loved having 3,000 gold, but this is just this is just a oops, I tried ranting about it. Okay, so Ceshik, you have indirect. Yeah, they took care of a barbarian for us. That's right. So I guess we should just sort of let's not be stupid about this. We literally only have one more. Like we can do this turn. Um, yeah, we can do this turn and then one more turn. I'm pretty sure we have the damage to do this, even if we don't get. I thought we might be able to get that this turn, but most of the cities that we can one turn with a squadron like this, we have like city strength 25 to 26 or less. Seems like. Are we in position to hit them next turn? And they hit. Is there a road on that tile? I don't think there is. Yeah. Well, I mean, technically, yeah, one movement to go here. One movement. No. Yeah. The point is that they could get on this road, and so we shouldn't let them hit our horsemen. Nayman's hero. Everything feels so silent. So yeah, we're just a little short. I mean, I already put this horseman in a position to where it's not gonna be able to take it this turn anyway. But I don't even think this guy could. Nope. In spite of all these roads, like these hills are in their territory, which is what makes it tricky. What did I do? Ah, okay. All right, so let's line up. Even if they kill a Ceshik, it's I suppose it's what I oh if I'm here, can I take the city? I'm gonna peek over this way. This is the advantage of having one of the advantages of having all this sight. Is I could see barbarians coming if they were gonna cause me trouble here. Yeah, so if I'm here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I should be able to get in next turn. So much for 10 turns remaining. Really thought, I guess, again, though, I haven't played this in a while. So I'm sure there's plenty of room for additional improvement that people could dream up, or that I could dream up. Like I could, I mentioned early on, like I was kind of light on military because I was building. What was I building? Watermill, aqueduct. Those were the two. That was like, I think it was something like 7 turns for the watermill and 9 turns for the aqueduct. That's probably something that should be bought as like a spoils of war. Like I didn't really need those. I really like the way Karakorum turned out. In fact, I'm gonna just for vanity's sake, I'm just gonna reassign all these. I had this on like totally max production, even working this unimproved tile. Work all the food. Because we're happy now, may as well. Work tiles that are closer to the other. Yeah, work that. Grow in 2 turns. Not that we'll see 2 turns. We'll win next turn. Barring, I don't know what would happen. How about the land you currently own? Those are all valid complaints, I think. Except for the fact that I captured the original capital. That's not valid. Is that capital is nonsense. You don't deserve that capital. Not with the cheating hacks you pulled. And now I have 25% more culture in every city because he built. Double check some. I'm sorry I'm delaying so much, but yeah, 25% culture in all cities. Yep, we know what that does. Great scientist points. Neat. Great artist points. Like more of the wonders had these like great people points features in them in vanilla. Not that great artists are really anything great, or not that it's in the name that they're great, but I don't really think they matter that much. This was a mine. I had to finish that. Yeah, for capital, this is really, what are they doing all game? I mean, this is not atypical of him. That capital usually needs a lot of work. Not that I want to turn it into like a fully annexed city, but losing grasp on Crusader states. Well, yeah, fine. Just because we can. Shit. Oh, you don't have direct fire. Feels all this time. Okay. Even though I don't really need to, I will turn off quick movement just because.
The world has been crushed by war. Many great and powerful civilizations have fallen, but you have survived and emerged victorious. The world will long remember your glorious triumph.
Not really sure how Genghis Khan would feel being compared to Simon Bolivar, but I don't know. Just quickly peruse the map. I don't really want to watch it slowly go. let's see, raising bit by bit. Yeah, where were we slowed down? It slowed us down. I think it took longer for me to get into India than I initially thought. I think it took more like 9 turns to get into position for India. Because it was like turn 24. I kept thinking about it. I didn't mention it before, but I kept thinking about this. India, or let's see. This Jin going away. Turn 24, I remember, was roughly when I made peace. Yeah, because that's they're left with 3 cities. It was like turn 32, I declared war on him. Okay. Yeah. And when was I done with him? But yeah, what was the time differential? Turn differential. Turn 24. I made peace with them on turn 24. I said it was only going to take 4 or 5 turns to get into position for Gandhi, which, yeah, that was not accurate because it took 8 turns to declare war on him. There's always, with the approach that I like to take, there's always additional concerns like city-state alliances and timing and all that. If I didn't have to care about that sort of stuff, or if I was willing to wing it more, I could probably move a little faster. That's the downside of this approach. All of it anyway. Let's look at a benchmark. Let's look at when we actually eliminated each civ. It felt like it took about 20 turns on average for the first 3. If we're just yeah. Okay, so that's when I took Persia's last city on turn 59. It felt like I had a lot of time, but yeah, I didn't really. I mean, I kind of commented on. I didn't. I know that 41 turns is really not a lot of time. With I think it was still 5 cids left. So we said Haroon, said Russia, still had Greece, Japan, China. If it in the past, what's usually worked better for me is taking out Chengdu. Because Chengdu is a bit off the path, and taking out Chengdu and then making peace means you're already in position towards Gandhi, and you also have weakened Wu a bit more, so you don't have to go back here. So, and I was kind of thinking about that when I made peace, but her deal was so good that it seemed so good at the time that I would kind of worried it would slip out of my grasp because they really do change their mind from turn to turn, and the algorithm for that I don't fully understand. I'm really what bowls me over more than anything is that it took longer to take out Haroon than Japan. Like Japan is something I dread undertaking, and I really like. I almost like over prepared for it, even though even doing it late with all these frigates, like they just didn't really stand a chance. And it maybe didn't look like that, but there's a real difference between having ships and not having ships when dealing with them. And if you don't have ships and you're trying to embark units, and it's kind of like in if you're playing the game without air support, like the late game, any DLC, non DLC or pre DLC, post DLC, whatever DLC. It's like it's so much easier to go in with air support, and that's kind of what the function that naval provides for this. So yeah, I don't know. I'm a little. I feel a little annoyed that it took this long. Maybe I talked a big game, but I did get it done. I was hoping for 10. I was hoping to improve on previous times, but if I had done a run before this, I just wanted to record something just to show that you don't have to be like totally miserable all the time. And notice, oh, that's one thing I always like to look at is excess happiness. I think I could take the barbarians off. They don't. They have fixed happiness, I think. Yep. So our excess our overall, this is basically net happiness. So that's basically the number you see here on every turn. So we never, at the end of any turn, exceeded -10. So, well, that can't be true because can it? There was a turn where we were at -12 early on when raising two of Etienne's cities. Is this my graph or is this somebody else's graph? Yeah, Deity gets tons of bonuses. Look at that. 50. Get out of here. They're probably all pretty similar. No? China. No. Let's see, excess happiness. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is the happiness reading at like the beginning of the turn. Because if I had two cities that were raising and I was at -12, at the start of the next turn, it might be back. It could theoretically be above negative. It could be like -9 maybe. But I don't really see that on this graph, so I'm just a tad. I'm sure I had worse happiness than -5 on some turn. I could zoom in on this. Making me question the accuracy of some of this. What other happiness graphs do they have? Happiness, unhappiness. When did that spike? Yeah, most of these are probably cities raising. Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty happy. Unironically. About how happy we stayed. What could we have done better? Oh, Uyghur. Yeah, I kind of knew that they were. This is all pointless because this is the end of the scenario, but just thinking sort of like post game analysis. Whatever, archaeology. Won the game through a domination victory. Even though domination victory is off, it's just misnamed. Yeah, you're gone. You're dead. So, yeah, and getting that getting Forbidden Palace, of course, topped up our happiness nicely. So thinking back, let's look at some more graphs. Anybody that's bored by graphs can leave. Score. Science return. Yeah, all right. You start off with abysmal science in this, as the Mongols. Don't start with the library for one thing. I'm still confused by this. Or not this graph, the so I'm just peering in, looking at this as close as I can. I wonder if any of the other civs were unhappy, like maybe like Abbasids. It seems like they would be. Yeah, okay. Because they have a high population. 18, 19, might be 20 now. 22. They must get a lot less unhappiness from population than we do. Not surprising. Probably all the deity AI, including the city states, too. I don't know. Let's go back to the map. So one thing. So yeah, I think the main thing is we just kind of lack some firepower at times. I mean, you could see lacking the firepower taking on Harun at the end. Normally, normally I have more Keshiks than that, and normally I don't break it off attacking him. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure if it would have gone better if I'd wiped him out first because there's still a chance that say Russia would have built the Red Fort in one of their cities or something. Yeah, not sure. It's Korea in purple over there. Yeah. Okay. Did I? Anyway, this has been Math on Napkins. Anyone who watched this and sat through all my rambling and thinking out loud. Never done a Let's Play before, but hopefully it was fun if you watched. Hopefully it was informative, entertaining at times. I don't know. I just really wanted to provide something to show people that it's possible to not be to play the scenario as though in a way that you don't have to constantly be unhappy. I've said this before. Anyway. Yeah, peace out, everybody. Have a good one. Say quick saving for absolutely no reason. Take care. Bye.